Guys, welcome back to my channel Engineer Singh. Today's video I'll be discussing with you the most repeated questions for PMD and SFD for AJE exams. So चलिए शुरू करते हैं. So the first question जो है अपने पास वो है if a cantilever beam carries a uniform distributed load over its entire length, the shape of the bending moment diagram is option A linear, option B quadratic parabola, option C cubic parabola, and option D triangular. So suppose we have a cantilever beam which has a uniform distributed load, then the SFD will be triangular and the BMD will be quadratic parabola. So the correct answer is option B, that is quadratic parabola. Let's suppose if it is given that the loading is uniform varying load U V L. So in that case the SFD will be quadratic parabola and the BMD will be cubic parabola. So remember this too. So moving to the next question, we have for the same span and loading condition, the maximum bending moment in a fixed beam compared to a simply supported one shall be option A higher, option B lower, option C the same, option D nothing can be said. So in case of fixed beam, the bending moment is generally lesser than simply supported beam, and so the correct answer will be lower. So the next question we have is, we have given a cantilever beam subjected to a moment clockwise of 2 kN per meter, having a span of 2 meter. So for the above cantilever beam, the absolute value of shear force at A is. So now we know that shear force is the rate of change of bending moment diagram. So the options given are option A 1 kN, option B 4 kN, option C 0 kN, option D 2 kN. So if we take the moment at any section, we will get the value as 2 kN. So the bending moment diagram is constant. So the rate of change of bending moment diagram gives us the shear force. That's a straight line. That means the value of shear force is 0. So the correct answer will be option C, that is 0. Moving to the next question, we have the point of contraflexure is a point where option A shear force is maximum, option B bending moment is maximum, option C shear force changes sign, option D is option D bending moment changes sign. So the correct answer is option D, that is bending moment changes sign. Next question we have, a rectangular log of wood is floating in a water with a load of 100 Newton at its center. The maximum shear force in the wooden log is option A 100 Newton at the center, option B 0 shear all through, option C 50 Newton at each end, option D 50 Newton at the center. This is a very good question. So let's look at the solution. So in case of a floating block of wood, the 100 kilonewton is balanced by a UDL because water will exert a uniformly distributed load across the log of wood. So if the value of uniform distributed load is 100, then if we draw the shear force diagram, the maximum shear force will be 50, that is WL by 2 across both the ends. So it is increasing at a linear rate since it is a 1 degree curve. Sorry, the shear force will be is an n degree curve, so shear force will be n plus 1. So the answer is 50 Newton at the center. Moving to the next question, we have The shear force at the point of contraflexure in the following beam is the shear force at the point of contraflexure. So this is a roller support, this is a roller support. So the bending moment will be 0 at this point and at this point. So these two are the point of contraflexure. So the options given are A is equal to m by b, B is equal to m by l, C is equal to 0, D is equal to m by a. So if we take the moment about any point, let's suppose if we take the moment about A, m into A is equal to, sorry, m into A plus RB into A plus B will be equal to 0. So we will get that RB is equal to minus m by L, that is acting downwards, and R is equal to m by L. So shear force diagram will be constant with the value of m by L. So the the correct option is option B, that is m by L. Moving to the next question, we have for a simply supported beam, the allowable deflection shall not exceed. The allowable deflection shall not exceed option A 1 by 325 of span, 1 by 350 of span, 1 by 375 of span, and 1 by 400 of span. The correct answer is option B 1 by 350 of span. So according to clause 23.2 IS 456, we have that maximum deflection should not normally exceed span by 250, including all the effects of temperature creep and shrinkage. But during construction time, the deflection should not exceed span by 350 or 20 mm, including the effect of temperature creep shrinkage occurring after erection of partition and the application of finishes. This is a very important point. The question is very much generally framed on these two points. So moving to the next question, we have a beam fixed at both the ends carrying a UDL on the entire length. The ratio of the bending moment at the support to the bending moment at the mid span is. So at support we have WL square by 12 and at the mid span we have WL square by 24. So the options here given are A is 0.5, B 1, C 1.5, D 2. So the correct answer is D, that is 2. Here is the solution. We have a fixed beam with uniform distributed load. So we have the end moment WL square by 12 and the center moment WL square by 24. So the ratio gives us 2. Next question we have the shear diagram for a cantilever beam subjected to a concentrated load at the free end is given by. So it is asking for shear force diagram. Shear force diagram for a cantilever beam. We have a cantilever beam with a point load at the end. The shear force diagram will be a triangle. So option E is triangle, rectangle, parabola, ellipse. So the correct answer will be B, rectangle. Here it is. A point load is acting, so the reaction here will be vertical reaction will be P. So SFD is a constant with the value P, and BND will be triangular with the maximum value of P into L at the fixed end. So next question we have a simply supported beam is carrying a distributed load of 0 intensity over one support to a linear varying nature of intensity W over the other support. The shape of the BMD will be linear, parabolic, cubic parabolic, or 0. So it is asking, it is saying that the beam is carrying a uniform linearly varying load. So in that case, the shape of the BMD will be cubic parabola. So again we have the next question we have the shear force at the midspan of midspan point D in the following beam is. Option A 0, option B 2m by L, option C m by L, option D 3m by L. So if we break down if we draw the free body diagram, This is acting anti-clockwise, so there will be moment clockwise to balance this. At the same time, there will be anti-clockwise moment. So taking moment about RA, if we take, it will be M. So there is a moment M acting at this point. M, wait, if suppose the length is the length given here is L, so M plus RB into L, so we get minus M by L. So at the reaction RA is minus M by L, that is acting downward, so it is written M by L, and this is upward M by L. So SFD will be, the value will be M by L. So the correct answer is option C, that is M by L. Two identical simply supported beams of span L are subjected to equal load W. One beam is carrying the load W at its center, that is a concentrated load, and the other one is carrying it in the form of UDL over the entire span. The ratio of their mid-span bending moment will be. So in UDL, the mid-span moment WL square by 8, and in this other case it will be WL by 4. So the answer will be 2, that is B. The beam shown in the figure is a free cantilever beam, single overhanging beam, double overhanging beam, propped cantilever beam. So the answer is single overhanging beam. Let's suppose if there is one other overhanging at this point, then it will be a double overhanging beam. On to the next question we have, this is a cantilever beam, this is a single overhanging beam, this is a double overhanging beam, this is a propped cantilever beam, this is a simply supported beam, and this is a fixed beam. Moving to the next question, we have the shape of the bending moment diagram in a beam subjected to uniformly distributed load. In case of uniform distributed load, the SFD is triangular, then BMD will be constant, cubic parabola or triangular. As we know, there is always one increment in degree for SFD and BMD. If SFD is of degree n, then BMD will be of n plus 1. So in case of uniform distributed load, the SFD is triangular, so BMD will be parabola. Suppose if SFD is parabola, that in that case the BMD will be cubic parabola. Moving to the next question, we have, in a cantilever beam subjected to general loading, the maximum bending moment is at fixed end, free end, mid span, quarter span. So the option is fixed end. Moving to the next question, we have the maximum shear force in a simply supported beam of length L subjected to central point W is given by the following expression: A W by 2, the B WL, C WL square by 2, D WL square by 4. It is asking for maximum shear force. So the correct answer is option E, that is W by 2. Next question, we have the slope of the curve of SFD shear force diagram at any section will give us. It is asking the slope. It is saying the slope of the moment gives us shear force, and slope of shear force gives us the loading intensity. So the slope of the loading at the section, no, this option is wrong. The area of loading, the ordinate of loading diagram at the section, the area of the loading diagram from the end of the section, none of this. So the correct option is option B, that is ordinate of the loading diagram. Next question we have, yes, this is the point. The rate of change of shear force gives us the loading intensity, or we can say the integration of dV is equal to dx goes that side, so loading intensity into dx, and the change of bending moment diagram gives us the shear force. Moving to the next question, we have for a design of a simply supported beam under uniformly distributed load, check option A, check the section at center for bending moment as well as for shear. Check the section at the center for bending moment and at the support for shear. Option C, check the center for shear and add the support for bending moment. None of this. As we know, in case of a simply supported beam, the maximum bending moment occurs at the midspan and the shear is maximum at the support. So option B is the correct option. Next question we have, pick up the correct statement from the following. For a uniform, option A, for a uniformly distributed load, the shear force varies linearly. For a uniformly distributed load, bending moment curve is a parabola. Option C, for a load varying linearly, the shear force curve is a parabola. Option D, all the options are correct. So the correct option is option D, all the options are correct. Next, we can see that in case of a point load, the shear force is constant and bending moment is linear. When the loading is constant, shear force is linear and bending moment is parabola, that is uniformly distributed load. In case of uniformly varying load, the shear force is parabola and bending moment is cubic parabola. For next, moving to the next question, we have a horizontal beam carrying uniform distributed load is supported with equal overhang is shown in the figure below. The resultant bending moment at the midspan shell will be 0 if A by B is. It's a very good question. So in this case, this is the beam with uniformly distributed load. This is the overhang. This is the overhang. If we draw the SFD at this point, the value of SFD will be WA, and at this point WB by 2, WB by 2 and WA. So this point and this point, if we take MC minus MA, this should be 0. We need this 0. So this gives us the area under this two graph. So area of this is half into A into WA, and for this is half into WB by 2 into the base, that is B. So solving this, we get the value 0.33. So option D is the answer. Moving to the next question, we have a simply supported beam is loaded as shown in the figure below. The maximum shear force in the beam will be option A 0, option B W, option C is 2W, option D 4W. So the correct option will be option C, that is 2W. You can solve it by finding the reactions and get the answer. Moving to the next question, we have the bending moment distribution in a built beam is shown in the figure below. The shear force distribution in the beam is represented by, so this is a negative moment, this is negative moment. From the diagram we can identify, so definitely it is a fixed beam. So in case of fixed beam, so option A is like this and this. So definitely option A is the correct option. Moving to the next question, we have the expression of elastic curve or at the free end of a cantilever beam of length L, flexural rigidity EI subjected to a uniform distributed load intensity WS. So this is a memory based question. You must remember the deflection value for the cantilever. It will be very difficult to find all the deflection value for beams, so standard value must be remembered. So we have the option A WL square by 2 EI, option B WL cube by 3 EI, option C WL cube by 4 by 8 EI, option D WL cube by 6 EI. So the option C WL cube by 4 by 8 EI is the correct answer. So next question we have, which of the following beam is likely to have a point of contraflexion? So A cantilever beam, B simply supported beam, C beam with overhang, and D none of the above. So the correct answer is option C, that is beam with overhang. Next question we have, in a rigid jointed frame, the joints are considered to option A, to rotate only as a whole, not to rotate at all, that 50% of the member rotate in clockwise direction and 50% in anti-clockwise direction, none of this. So the option A is the correct option, that is to rotate as a whole. Next question we have, a fixed beam is subjected to uniformly distributed load over its entire span. The joints of contraflexure will occur on either side from the center at a distance of dash from the center. So the correct answer will be L by 2 root 3. So the next question we have, the shear force diagram of a loaded beam is shown in the figure. This is the shear force diagram with the value WL. So we need to check the options. Option A is simply supported beam with isolated central load, a simply supported beam with uniform distributed load, a cantilever with an isolated load at the free end, a cantilever with uniformly distributed load. So the option D is the correct option. Moving to the next question we have, the maximum bending moment for a simply supported beam with uniformly distributed load W per meter length is, for a simply supported beam, the maximum value of for uniform distributed load is WL square by 8. So next question we have, the point of contraflexure is a point where option A, bending moment changes sign, option B, bending moment is maximum, option D, bending moment is minimum, option D, shear force is 0. So the option A, that is bending moment changes sign, is the correct option. Moving to the next question we have, simply supported beam which carries an uniform distributed load has two equal overhangs. The maximum, to have maximum bending moment produced in the beam, the least possible, the ratio of the length of the overhang to the total length of the beam is option A to 0.207, option B 0.307, option C 0.407, option D 0.508. So the correct option is option A, that is 0.207. The derivation is quite long, so I won't show in this answer, but you can refer to any of the standard books to get the derivation. Moving to the next question we have, to ensure that the hogging moment and hogging bending moment at the 2 point of suspension of a pile of length L equal to that sagging moment at its center, the distance of the point of suspension from the either end is, this is the same concept question as was previous. So the options जो दिया हुआ है अपने पास वो है option A 0.107, option B 0.207, option C 0.307 and option D 0.407. So the correct option is option B, that is 0.207 L. So this is the standard result. You must remember, if we have a length L of beam considering the overhangs, then to ensure that the hogging bending moment at the 2 points of the suspension of the pile of length L equals the sagging moment at the center, A, that is the overhang, should be equal to L, the entire length, minus twice A by 2 root 2. This is the standard result. You must remember, very important relation. From this we can solve to get the value of A, that is 0.207 L. Next question we have, the general expression for the bending moment of a beam of length L is M equal to WL x by 2 minus WX square by 2. The beam carries option A, uniform distributed load W per unit length, a load varying linearly from 0 to at the end to W at the other end, an isolated load at the midspan, none of this. So if we differentiate first, this term will be WL by 2 and this will be WX by WX. And second time if we differentiate, we will get the value as W. So this is a uniformly distributed load W per meter length. So option A is the correct option. The next question we have, the moment at hinge will be, the moment at hinge will be A infinity, B 0, C depends upon the acting force, option D none of this. So the correct option is option B, that is 0. Moving to the next question we have, for a cantilever beam of length L subjected to a moment M at its free end, the shape of the shear force diagram is, uh, if we, so we have a cantilever beam of length L subjected to a moment at M at the free end. Okay, the shape of the shear force diagram is rectangle with a constant value of M by L, parabolic, no shear force at any part of the beam, linearly varying with 0 at the free end, and maximum of the support. So the correct answer is no shear force at any part of the beam. So next question we have, for the beam having a uniformly distributed load of W per meter length as shown in the figure, the maximum positive bending moment is equal to the maximum negative bending moment. The value of LF to L for this condition, we had that relation uh, LF from this question is equal to total length. Total length is L plus 2 LF minus 2 LF by 2 root 2. So this term gets cancelled. So we are left with L by 2 root 2. So the correct option is option D, that is 1 by 2 root 2. So here we have, this is the entire length of the overhang minus 2 times the length of overhang because it is on the both side by 2 root 2, and we get the answer L by 2 root 2. Thank you for watching, guys.